If you ain't into breaking chicken, you can get about my business. This that real pimpin' east side, straight about the trenches. I'm that nigga you can't see, I specialize in breaking women. Gotta get it how I get it, you ain't with it, you can kick it. I'ma tell you what it is and what it ain't. I ain't finna take you on no date, lil' babe. You got two options, work a job or hit the blade. What you wanna do? Either way, I'm the one that's receiving all the pay. Money management services is what I orchestrate. Watch me boss your life up once you choose up with the play. I ain't interested in sex, I strictly want the severed heads. House cast the only thing that's sleeping inside my bed. Ain't got the time for relations, baby, I'm a businessman. Trying to see how much I can make off selling tuna cans. So we gon' get along good if you into tricking men. Just don't go against the grain if you wanna see us win, right?
So am I live or no?
My name is Himron, lil' baby, so you better come correct. I ain't nothing like these niggas, gotta earn all my respect. Watch your lip with open ears, I might just break you off some bread. This a different type of motion when you choosing with the man. If you ain't into selling kidding, I can let you run the business. It's 1,000 ways to pimp, we selling plates up out the kitchen. She my type, she like to listen, might just buy her braid extension. She don't test me, know the limits, so we never ever trip. I can put you in position, I'm a high value man. Pimpin' ain't dead, it just moved to OnlyFans. Only way I'll trust a bitch if she give me all the bands. That's how I know we locked in, yeah, we forever gon' win. Who you texting on that phone, it better be about some paper. I got trust issues, baby, so don't put me in no danger. I'ma kill you and them niggas if you ever try to play me. I need that money fast, so is you gon' be my hoe, baby, huh?
Hey man, 1,000 Ways to Pimp is out now on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good shit, man. Headphone cameras in the building, man. Finally done figured it out. After so long, after so many years, bro, I've been wanting to do the headphones and shit. Now, nigga, done finally figured it out. Me missing the audio.
Been pushing pieces, I came out the P, nigga, real TYP shit, nigga.
Okay, yeah, we good. We in there. We in there. We in there. I probably can turn my microphone down a little bit. Let me see. My input. We're gonna go right here. Cause now we ain't got all that echo in the mic no more. You know what I'm saying? Now we real high quality. Now we can hear in 4K, my nigga. Oh God. Nigga, we can hear in 4K now, nigga. I don't even know what these is called, my nigga. Don't even know what they call, but they so Audio Technica. Shit, so these some studio headphones. So shit, nigga, we gonna be able to hear in 4K, my nigga. That's good, cause it'd be kind of hard for me to hear and shit with everything be going on too. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a little be hard to pay attention to everything being said in the video. So now we can hear in 4K, my nigga. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog dookie about yourself. Because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this live stream. 1,000 Ways to Pimp out now, all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good shit. New song dropping next Saturday, all platforms. Soul Broke. So y'all be on the lookout for that as well, man. Not sure what we got. Not sure what we got. We got one little video in the queue. That's it. I'm sure some other videos that we gonna get. So man, y'all just stay tuned, man. Get your popcorn, get your drink, your smoke, whatever it is, man. We chilling, we kicking it. You know what I'm saying? For how long? I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. What's good with y'all niggas with this 6-7 shit, man? Y'all niggas some dope fiends, huh? We might react to that. Hope y'all been doing good, man. New video drops in 3 minutes. Notifications probably not gonna go out because I just went live. Right now I'm just scrolling, seeing what we got. Seeing what we got, man. Gen Z's got your brain right. Seem like it, my boy. He first thing he type when he entered the stream is 6-7. What the fuck that nigga even say? You junkie? Nah, playing. 6-7, that nigga from Philly, man. That nigga that I don't know his name off the top of my head. That nigga from Philly though. It's like a TikTok little trend type shit. Okay, so we gonna refresh. Let's see what else. See if we got anything else. Hurricane Melissa devastated Jamaica.
First-hand look at Hurricane Melissa's destruction in Montego.
Shooting me. Inundated here. What is
the kids in there because this is gonna get tough soon. You see that?
You literally were taking people out.
I was on this wall.
No room.
So we're just going to show this neighborhood, 800 different apartments and homes in here, and up and down you can see power lines.
Tuning in from DC. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Where everybody tuning in, man, from, man?
First-hand look at.
I put Bill straight to his behind. That's what he be saying in that 6-7 shit. I put Bill right to they behind. I'll be stealing Young Don videos. I'll be stealing Young Don videos. Shouts out Young Don. Oh yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do that one. Make sure y'all subscribe to more TYP Cam, man. I wonder can I like do like a collab live and do that? Cause YouTube got that collab feature. I wonder if like I can invite a collaborator on the live stream so that y'all can just go ahead and subscribe to the more TYP Cam. Let's see. We're gonna get into some reactions soon, man. Just stay tuned, man. Let's see. I think you can. Actually, nah. Maybe you can't. I don't think you can. I don't see it on there. Invite collaborator. Don't see it. Alright. We'll move on from that. Let's see. We done the teacher prayer. We done interracial dating. We done that one. I don't give a damn about Drake. Red Pill. We done that. Myron, Sellout, Muslim Panther. White, cause I probably done that one. Yeah, we gonna steal them too. Ain't even steal it. Ain't even stealing, nigga. It's just pimping. It's just pimping. It's just business. Just business. Let me see. Oh, Meezy. Okay, we got South Carolina in the building, Georgia. DC. All the people you be reacting, I also watch too, like O'Shea Duke, Antonio Speaks, and Young Don. That's what's up. That's crazy. That's crazy because I kind of changed my content. If y'all don't know, it's like, but I done that because of security purposes with my channel and shit. Cause y'all know my channel got took for reacting to all them damn World Star videos and shit. So that's the reason why, like, I kind of stopped doing that. But them is the best videos. Now that I look at it, whenever I came back from being unbanned, the video that got 100K views, 50K views, 20K views, the videos that was going crazy like that was the World Star videos that I was reacting to. So that's the type of content that I'm about to start pushing to, like, the second channel though. Or maybe this channel, I don't know. I'm gonna keep this channel consistent. This channel may just have, I'm trying to keep this kind of like more so black over here, because that's kind of what we got going right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep this like the black space on this channel. More TYP Cam. I want that channel to be like all the ratchet hood stuff, the crime reactions and hip hop reactions and stuff like you know, news, like drama and shit like that. And then I got TYP Cam Reacts, which that's gonna be my music reaction channel. It got like 2.5K subs. I don't be posting on it. If I ever do a music reaction, that's where it's going if it's copyrighted. So that's gonna kind of be like that niche type of channel. But I don't even do music reactions. I'm gonna do it one day. I do want to do music reactions, but that's gonna be on a specific channel. And right now it's no money in it. That's like some shit you do for fun. You know what I'm saying? Reacting to other niggas' music and shit. That's shit you do for fun. Ain't no money in it. You know what I'm saying? But let me see. American tourists demanded refunds during a Category 5 hurricane. Oh, we got drama. That's a long video. I'm looking for this Nina Lynn. Yeah, they got away with it video. Yeah.
This week,
Man, I ain't gotta worry about that. If I'm reacting to videos that's already on YouTube, bro, for one, that they going viral, they getting views, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was finding my own clips and trying to make them go viral, and that wasn't so much working. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you kind of have to have an audience to push something. You know, if you don't have an audience, it can still go viral just off the organicism. I made that up, but it's gonna be harder, bro. If it's gonna be easier if you have the audience to actually push it. So, you know, it just keeps me safe all around, and it's a good business move at the same time, because all my videos hit the algorithm. I'm telling y'all, I know what my problem is. My sub count means nothing. They not watching nothing, and it's not even their fault. It's not even their fault. It's YouTube not even necessarily recommending them the content, you know, because I get comments every day, people saying, man, where you been? Why you ain't posting? I dropped a video on the second channel and collabed with this channel, right? It hit the algorithm, got 1,000 and some views, right? All the comments was talking about where you been, how you gonna drop a video out the blue and not even tell us where you been at. I'm like, bro, it just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, it's just really weird, man. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna do all this talking. We got plenty of talking to do amongst videos, man, amongst reactions. So let's get to this chicken, man. Let's get to the chicken, man. Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer really got away with this. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Headphone cam in the building, we can hear 4K. We can hear in 4K. I repeat, we can hear in 4K. We ain't missing a thing. Let's see what's hitting, bro.
This weekend will be dubbed as the
Shout
Streamer
out to Old Meezy.
SA weekend. And the
I
first
might be yelling, cause y'all know how I be when you got headphones.
incident that kicked it off was the revival of, the banning of, and the unbanning of Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer from their
Bro, y'all know people don't get banned on Twitch for real, for real. It ain't like YouTube where they 3 strikes and they terminate your whole channel. You ain't never coming back until they make a rule change or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Twitch ban you, nigga. You get back on that hoe in 24 hours. You just can't log in and shit. They be making your shit like disappear for some reason. It ain't like YouTube though, bro. If you get banned off YouTube, you're cooked.
incident that happened about a year ago, a little over a year ago, on Saeed, Silky's assistant.
Wait, what? This was a year
Nina
ago?
Lynn and Zoe Spencer from their incident that happened about a year ago, a little over a year. Nina Lynn off was the revival of, the banning of, and the unbanning of Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer from their incident that happened about a year ago, a little over a year ago, on Saeed, Silky's assistant.
Oh my God. Saeed, come here. I got you. Saeed, come here.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
He's 23. He's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
He likes it. Give.
Oh, no.
So you mean to tell me the internet is just now making a big deal out of this? It must have been a reason as to why it came back. Maybe not though. I don't know. That's why I didn't recognize Zoe Spencer in this clip. I thought she was an Asian. Oh God, when I first seen this, I did not know that was Zoe Spencer.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on.
Nobody's
Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down.
Nobody's
You about me that?
After gathering to do another one of their infamous group streams, Nina Lynn, Zoe Spencer, Silky, and Silky's assistant were having great times on this stream. At least what appeared to be great times. Now I'm showing you these clips to do two things. One, depict what was going on prior to this situation. And two, because I know somebody's going to use these clips as a way to try to justify the situation that happened with him. But that does not make anything that happened to him any better or any more right or consensual. So like I said, Zoe, Saeed, Nina, they were all having a good time. There are even videos and images of Zoe twerking on Saeed and him actually going into the twerk as if he is, you know, accepting of said dance.
Bro, the internet made this situation way bigger than what it was, bro. They all fucking acting like little kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Zoe Spencer, 24 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? They said this was a year ago. Y'all making this bigger than what it was, bro.
Now, all these things seem to be fun and games and just streaming culture in general until Nina and Zoe took it way too far. Now, I know that there's going to be somebody in the comment section thinking to themselves, well, why is twerking considered SA? Why is him getting a dance from them two considered SA? One, he's telling them to stop multiple times, but that's not what a lot of people are actually focusing on. What they're focusing on is the fact that they eventually pick him up, drag him into a room, and then attempt to strip his clothes off, even though there are people saying no in this situation. And from my understanding, they even tried to pull out like a condom.
Man. No.
My thing is they wasn't actually gonna both fuck him right there in that room in front of all them people. They kept dragging it on because he wasn't going. Because it was funny in the moment, bro. They acting like kids, bro. The internet really took this too far. I see the point, but it's not that deep. I don't feel like.
Tried to pull out like a condom.
Man. No.
And this was a year ago, so why are we talking about it?
Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zo, do your shit. No, outside clothes on the bed. Hold on. This is a nice bag. Hold on, this is a nice bag.
No, he's not consenting.
Huh?
He's not consenting.
I don't think he wants
Yo, that's my bag.
Yo, what is happening? Yo.
Now, what's interesting and weird about this situation is the fact that this had been going on pretty much the whole day. There were several times in this stream in which Nina, Zoe, Saeed, and Silky were all together, in which Zoe and Nina went over and pinned down Saeed or started twerking on Saeed in many numerous ways.
He ran away. Cause I was trying to give him a dance last night, and I'm gonna hold him down. You do it. Okay. She said she gonna hold him down.
Oh my God, you're the girl Saeed been saying so much about.
He has his. Yeah. You've been talking about me. Get him.
Babyface need a barber. He do need a barber though.
With the kids. The kids.
Now, I'm not going to get in debates with people about what is wrong, isn't wrong, X, Y, and Z, etc., etc. But I do think that this does serve as a learning lesson to a lot of people that even if somebody did consent to something hours ago, minutes ago, days ago, weeks ago, doesn't mean that they will always be consenting. The minute that somebody says no to something, you gotta stop. That's just the way that things work. Now, this happened over a year ago, like I stated, and nothing happened to Nina and nothing happened to Zoe. You're probably wondering why. Now, I have my own deep dive thoughts about that on Patreon. I'm not going to discuss it in this video, but let's just say this was swept under the rug and people really weren't studying this situation until some specific incidents happened. Your Rage Gaming, right? Yes, Your Rage, member of FaZe, had to press Nina at a party in which she doubled down on what she did back then, and that kind of sparked this whole new revival of the entire situation.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, like, he definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected.
So this is being brought up. This is being made a big deal now because your Rage had mentioned it at a party on stream. It must have been of a controversial issue amongst them or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, to where they still bringing it up like that, you know, a year later, you know, they still referencing it. Amongst them, because, you know, to the internet, I ain't even know this was a year ago. Hell, I seen this shit, I thought it happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, it's a whole year ago.
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, like, he definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead.
Maybe it's because they was all in the same room, vicinity, at the same party, whatnot, and then, like, you know, it got brought up.
That's so disrespectful. I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You ain't see Saeed today?
No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
Now, while she did claim that she was trying to patch these situations up between Saeed and her, she ultimately denied it. Look, Saeed had been talking about this for a very, very long time, and he fell victim to what a lot of male victims fall victim to, is that people just don't care. He ran into the gay jokes. He ran into the, you don't think she bad, you sweet, you soft, X, Y, and Z joke. He ran into a lot of backlash and scrutiny behind dismissing Zoe and dismissing Nina's advances in this situation. And to be quite honest with you, that's just wrong. As a society, we have to do a better job of taking SA more seriously for all victims, to be quite honest with you, but especially male victims. Male victims get invalidated so often because people can't fathom how a man can be essayed by a woman, but let's be clear, it can happen. It can really, really happen. But the only problem is that when it does happen, people run to the internet or run to the timeline and just straight up invalidate you. And especially because he's a cameraman, nobody's gonna care about him and his feelings. Now, because this situation,
I'm not saying it's not sexual assault, because it definitely is. If a nigga was doing that same type of shit, it would definitely be prison time for that man. Oh God. Yes.
Situation got revitalized based off of Nina's total dismissal of Saeed's feelings. People started to pick up on this story again, and those bigger content creators like XQC and Azam Gold basically pressed Twitch's B-Star about, hey, how are you gonna address this situation? This is something we didn't know about, and now that we do know about it, what are you gonna do?
Isn't it crazy this bitch hasn't gotten banned yet? She hasn't, right? So let me get this straight. So it's been a whole day. Everybody been talking about this. You have this girl that sexually assaults a guy on camera, and she not even banned. Wow. We're gonna bring this up tomorrow. Like, actually, I'm thinking about maybe I should tell maybe I should tell somebody that works at Twitch about this in order to make sure that, honestly, to make them leak.
What a snitch. What a snitch. I don't think it's that deep, bro. I don't think it's that deep, man. You know.
Legally liable because like now you knew about this, right? Like now you knew that there was sexual assault that happened. It's on video, and like now you know that's it. And so I think they know, man. Yeah, but it's different if like I have it right there and I say it right there. Do it in writing. Oh, I will. I'll do it in writing.
Now, what Asmongold just said there opens up a plethora of interesting talking points. First and foremost, Twitch has an inconsistency problem when it comes to this type of stuff. There's no doubt in my mind that they had saw this clip or this is something that was on their radar. Hell, they'll see it if I drop a slur on my stream. But it's interesting that they took this long to even do some sort of addressing of the situation. And I think it's quite strange how they handled it. It's also interesting that he claims that he has the ability to make somebody legally liable to do certain things. And this has always existed. I say that because there are situations that have happened in the past in which Twitch has not handled something. Asmongold or other big content creators and streamers on the platform knew about the situation, but honestly did not leverage the power that they have in order to clean up the platform, you know, to get these sickos and perverts off of the platform. Now, don't get me wrong. We're definitely looking at the platform as a whole.
She's a fucking pervert because it is, bro. they're Bruh, I don't know if it's that deep, man.
And how they handle these types of
nigga called them perverts.
situations. Ultimately, Twitch did lay down a ban on both Nina and Zoe Spencer. Hold on now, Omar. I gotta say something real quick.
And when did they ban them? A year later? For 24 hours? Or less than 24 hours after being banned? For a sexual assault incident reported has been unbanned. Yeah, unbanned after 24 hours. Yeah, after 24 months.
In 48 hours of both of them being banned, now it is official that both Nina and Zoe Spencer are unbanned after being banned after committing SA on camera to Saeed, Silky's assistant. And I'm here to tell you that Twitch, the platform, just doesn't care.
It's not even a ban. If you're banned, that means you can never come back. They're suspended.
About SA. Now, it's probably something to note, and it's something I'm going to talk about later in the video, but Zoe did put out her apology video months ago, and now Nina has put out her apology video over the weekend. It seems as though that's all that it takes on the platform like Twitch, because Mango, another streamer, if you remember from Ludwig's burial cart video, who was essaying a bunch of different women, humping them without their clothes on, giving them physical contact, etc., is also back on the platform. So that would make 3 people this year who are on high-profile streams with high-profile streamers, etc., who have been committing SA on stream, getting banned off the platform, and then unbanned in no time. I think PR played a large role as to why Twitch even went about doing what they did, you know, the unbannings and the statements and everything like that. But I think it's interesting how quickly they are able to and willing to reverse the actions that they made. Is the SA serious or is it not? And Twitch is making it as clear as possible that they really don't care about any of this stuff for real. Like, they just want people to feel like they care, feel like some sort of action was done, have the streamers make their announcements saying, good, I'm glad the platform did, etc., and then ultimately unban them, because they also do know that the unbans are going to get, you know, not as much traction or not as many views as the actual original banning of them. It's actually sick behavior and disgusting, but it does track for a platform like Twitch. Now back to the video. Now, after getting cooked by a plethora of streamers like Stable Ronaldo, YBG, and McQueen.
I mean, yeah, she's a fucking weirdo. I don't know how it took that long. That's a literal crime. And you know it's bad when she admitted and she said that he should be embarrassed. Like, what are you, what? So bad. That was like the worst thing you could have ever said.
Asmongold and XQC react to it and they're like, she should be banned. And then she's like, I'm sorry.
Well, they're not even useful to the fucking platform. Who gives a fuck?
They shouldn't be done crazy, but there should be some consequences. They should. Because of the fact of the matter is, nigga, if 2 men did this shit, it would look terrible. All the women in the world would be trying to cancel them to that man. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. But why is that okay when why is it okay to do that when men do it? But why, but it's not, nigga, but they not getting, the women aren't getting the same type of, they're not getting the same treatment. Nah. Doesn't matter if it was all fun and games. You shouldn't do that shit, especially not on stream. Nigga, keep your hands to yourself, okay? The nigga wanna be a mark or run away from Sakuchi, cool. Leave him alone. Let that nigga be a buster.
How you a mark from running away from Coochie, bro? He's not running from Coochie. He didn't. It's either he didn't like them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that nigga running from fucking Coochie, bro?
And run away from Sakuchi. Now you're just forcing this shit on this nigga.
We finally got an apology from Nina after, you know, this whole incident happened.
I'ma always be alright, bro, trust me, but I wanna make sure he's okay with that ass. Because he's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me, you know? This situation, what I'm talking about, has nothing to do with YBG and none of that, so I don't wanna hear it.
Yeah, apologize.
It only has to do with me and
after
Saeed.
a whole year later, after it comes back to the forefront and it's viral and everybody's talking about it.
Listen, I'm
I don't know. I feel like Zoe Spencer after Soluminati then got on her ass. Everybody then hopped on the wave, you know what I'm saying? And this is probably a result of that, you know.
Old enough to own up to what I did wrong. And during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, like we all just laughing and geeking. But yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really, really wrong. And what we did was wrong. You know, he clearly was uncomfortable with it, you know, and he was very hurt by it, so that's all that we know.
Her eyes not crazy? That's not crazy? Now, to me, it's interesting, but also very expected that Nina Lynn would apologize after this specific removal of her account from Twitch. It lends a lot of people to believe that she actually doesn't have a lot of remorse. It's just a situation where she's trying to save face. And as for Zoe Spencer, she actually apologized earlier this year. Now, granted, a lot of people would say that it came from the backlash of Soluminati, but she did it well before any sort of punishment or any sort of banning was levied down from Twitch.
I didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable whatsoever, and I know that I definitely crossed the line with everything. I was just trying to be funny, and I was just trying to make a moment for the stream. I see that what I did came off all wrong, and it's on me. I take full accountability for that. I just want to say, Saeed, and to anybody out there that I made feel uncomfortable, I'm genuinely sorry. I'll definitely do better moving forward. I want the stream life to be fun. I want it to be wild, and I want everybody to feel comfortable and have a good time, but definitely not at the cost of somebody feeling uncomfortable or feeling violated.
Now look, essay is essay, and I don't want anybody comparing the severity between what has been displayed in the Mizkif video that I released a little bit earlier and this video. I don't think that that's the productive conversation to have. The more productive conversation to have is, what is this culture that's going on in the streaming community that thinks that stuff like this is okay and acceptable? Who are the enablers? Who are the people that can be stopping this? Who is aiding in these situations? And why do we have a platform that routinely is inconsistent as to how they handle these things? I think part of the reason why people feel as if they can continue to do these things is because there's not a serious platform that's gonna give serious punishment based off of your actions and behaviors on stream. Hey, just think about this. I'm a new streamer.
That is true. YouTube would have been banned all them fucking OnlyFans shorties and stuff sitting on there not doing nothing but fucking farming subs and thirst trapping, and you know what I'm saying? None of that shit would have ever flew, bro. I mean, I guess they kind of cleaned that up, but like
on the block, and I know if I essay a woman on
Twitch does not ban people for real, bro.
Stream for the clicks, likes, and views and send out an apology, Twitch is only gonna give me a 24-hour ban. What's really stopping me from doing these things? And hell, as we speak, I'm pretty sure Mizkif is not suspended or banned from the platform as well. I'm putting a challenge, and I mean a real hard challenge on Twitch to do what needs to be done and keep these people off the platform. And the next people that I'm looking at is you, the viewing audience. Not necessarily directly blaming you, but you know, the bigger you as a whole. Stop giving your views and stop giving your eyeballs to these people who are bad and evil. Gang, there are so many other content creators who don't do these types of things. At the bare minimum, you could just at least not be so deeply involved with these.
You can't tell them to not give their views to them when that's the only thing that's in their algorithm going viral, nigga. You know what I'm saying, though? I mean, you could shape your own algorithm, but you know, most definitely can do that. But these are the people in them type of spaces that's getting the views and the money and the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Streamers that you will blindly back them no matter what. That's the type of stuff that leads to all this behavior being enabled. And that's where we get nasty situations like what happened with Saeed, what happened with Imaru, what happened to Senna, what happened to Emily CC, what happened to any of these young women and young men. I'm asking you, and I'm asking myself, I'm asking the community as a whole, Twitch, the platform, everybody. Let's start taking SA seriously. Let's get these people out of here.
Hey man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at y'all on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP tonight. Ooh, boy, I'm getting tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. I'm tired. Boy. Let's see what we got. Let me make sure this video came out right. I'm sure it did. Nina Lynn banned if
Just a little bit earlier in this video.
used to him when that's the only thing that's
Original banning, especially minutes ago, days ago.
you know what I'm saying though? I'm gonna turn my mic back up. That's probably good. Oh, I'm tired. This is a long video. They all gonna be long. Let me grab my water because I got the headphones. I can't do all that walking around like I used to. Grab some water. Oh boy. American tourists demanded refunds during a Category 5 hurricane. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Shouts out to old Missy. Let's see what it's hitting for.
So why could we leave when y'all feeding us pastries for breakfast and we still had to pay full price to stay here? Like, come on.
We're there for extra day.
Hell yeah, you gotta pay. Shit, they finna have to make an investment to get that hotel, to get that resort, wherever you stay in, back up and running. Yeah, you pay, you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying?
To stay here?
That's the
like,
risk.
Come on.
We're there for extra days because we're stranded. And guess what? No liquor to keep everybody level-headed during the
What is she
stranding.
saying?
And guess what? No liquor to keep everybody
No what?
level-headed during the storm.
This is what they gave us in our...
Everybody level
Royalton Blue Water.
Royalton.
This is what they gave us in our snack ration meal to go boxes at this hotel, all-inclusive resort. This is a lunch box that they gave us. This has... You know, what is this? What is this?
For those of you who don't know what's going on, Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane, just
I didn't
ran
even
through
know
Jamaica,
about this.
destroying plenty of businesses, homes,
Damn.
jeopardizing people's lives, and even costing some people's lives. But for
Damn.
these people right here, it's not costing their lives, it's costing them their peace. And they want us on the internet to care about them. It's not just one person, it's an entire wave of entitled people. I think Jamaica would rather much deal with a water wave as opposed to an entitled people wave. Sorry, had to get it off. Sorry. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this trend, hurricane, people actually seek to take vacations during hurricane season. Hurricane season
December.
runs from June 1st to about the mid to late November area. And there's a reason why they do
Yeah,
it.
it's
It's
summertime
because
for us.
usually during that time, cheap flights, cheap hotels, cheap stays, cheap amenities,
I mean, June is the beginning of summer.
cheap everything.
June, July is summer.
And I kind of wonder why everything is cheap.
Were you in Jamaica during a hurricane advisory?
To be quite honest with you, it's arguably one of the most selfish acts that you can do. There are people that are on these islands that have no choice but to stay, but you voluntarily choose to go into the city, go into the place, and put their lives in jeopardy because they have to serve you as a client because you want to get half priced on your tickets to this place. If you have any sort of funds to be going to Jamaica during this time, you should be using those funds to actually fly people out of the place that they live, that they're trying to flee from, they can't because they can't afford.
Nigga, what?
Not you selfishly being over there and telling Jamal or Marissa that she has to work to serve you. Now, Hurricane Melissa is,
that is
different.
wild,
It's
though.
been lasting for about 2 weeks, but that's not going to stop the creators from creating, going down the
Yeah, y'all out there in Jamaica getting rubbed down.
They're putting people's lives at jeopardy, hell, even landing in the middle of the active storm. And because the internet exists, we get a live look at how they're spending their lavish vacation down in Jamaica as they potentially put not only just their own lives, but people who honestly didn't ask for this safety at risk.
I don't know if you know
How
this.
they putting a safety at risk?
I'm sure that you guys do, but there's a Category 5
For wanting them to work?
hurricane fucking Melissa on her way to hit Jamaica. Yes.
Oh, and y'all having y'all girls trick y'all hot girl summer, huh? Y'all having y'all hot girl summer and it's just ruining it, huh? Y'all out there trying to get rubbed down, but niggas ain't trying to rub you down in this wicked environment.
So our resort has been shut down,
Yeah, it should be.
put up in our rooms, and we are not allowed to leave starting at 9 o'clock.
So we have been given care packages.
I mean, you kind of know that's the risk. You know, if I was to ever go to Florida, you know, that's the risk. You could get caught up in a hurricane, nigga.
Is because they won't be serving dinner
They shouldn't.
or breakfast.
They shouldn't.
Or lunch.
Yeah, and you probably knew that before you came.
Not sure what's gonna happen, what they said tomorrow, so
Videos like this reek of entitlement. You can already
Yeah, imagine these women are hard to deal with.
tell that they're going to be snarky and have attitudes about the whole trip because they're not going to get their way on this specific situation. Mind you, their lives are at jeopardy here too, but they don't give a damn because they're on vacation, as they say. It's so stupid. As things in the town start to shut down for safety reasons, you see people start to complain about the fact that they can't have a normal vacation on this island. Again, the entitlement just pours out. Take a listen to how these people are talking to the resort staff that is only there because they insisted on staying at this place during this Category 5 hurricane.
So why can't we leave when y'all fucking feeding us pastries for
No, she not
breakfast,
cussing.
and we still had to pay full price to stay here? Like, come on.
Yeah.
So maybe they want breakfast though, and they only giving them pastries, and they won't let them leave, so they want breakfast. I mean, I could kind of see that, but
Pay full price to stay here? Like, come on.
Yeah. What?
That's where we're going now.
We going to get something to eat.
Everything closed across the street. Everything closed. Gas station, shopping, everything closed.
So what are y'all doing for gas?
What do you mean doing for the get?
So you gonna give us bag lunches, bag breakfast, some pastries? That's so disrespectful.
Disrespectful? What do you want them to do? Mind you, the man.
nah, she's definitely in tight. Like, yeah.
She's yelling at potentially lost his home. What is the expectation here? Outside.
Well, what are you gonna do for guests, bitch? You're on your own. We gave you the room to stay, ho. You know what I'm saying? You could do what you want to do. If you want to go over there, go do that. You're on your own. But you ain't staying here tonight. Should have stayed. You know what I'm saying? Because that liability ain't going to be on us.
of you being entitled, why should people jeopardize their lives in order to serve you any sort of food or give you any sort of 5-star experience? What be going through people's minds when they be saying the stuff they be saying? It's not just the disrespectful guest that we saw in the video complaining to the man who is literally questioning about if his house, if his family, if everything he owns, knows, and loves is going to be destroyed. It's also good to see that the girly pops can enjoy making their content while still being on the island. They can't let no water stop them. Not at all. Now, the brunt of the situation is over with from a tourist perspective.
They're gonna be single for the rest of their life, bro.
For these two young women in question. But listen to how they talk about the aftermath of the situation. I think there has to be a bigger word than entitlement for what we're about to listen to, because they are just insufferable at this point.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right
Wow.
now,
No, they
you
didn't
can
call it a
save
Jet2
£50
holiday, though.
per
This is
crazy.
person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
How did a tree...
Where does this Jet2 holiday meme even come from, bro? Like, what y'all even know about a Jet2 holiday, though, nigga?
You get cut down.
Millions of free child.
I guess it probably was like a clip of some ratchet shit happening at one of them.
Place holidays available with 22 kilograms of baggage included.
How did trees get cut down in a fashion like a saw hit it? That's crazy to me.
Jet2 holidays.
Staff was
Yeah,
giving you
weird,
free
man.
resources, free food, free all this stuff, trying to accommodate you the best they can while their literal hometown is being destroyed. And all you can do is use trendy TikTok sounds to mask your oohs and ahs
And
as
what are
you
you
went
doing for
through what
guests?
they had. Like literally the only things that they had. At least they were trying to be lighthearted and not go super hard on the resort. But there were others whose audacity level broke the mixer.
I'm in Jamaica. Where are you? United States. Must be nice. Hola, TikTok. Jamaica. Listen, we're here for extra days because we're stranded. And guess what? No liquor to keep everybody level-headed during the storm. I don't have time for this.
Why is that crazy?
We have to pay all this money for all these things and nothing's included. We can't go to the pool, the beach.
Why would you be able to?
Bro, that's one of the things you gotta realize whenever you go to these tropical places is the risk of a hurricane and weather, bro. Like, yeah, y'all are retarded, bro. She's clearly sitting here drunk, sipping on that damn mimosa. Shit, you happy about that though? Shit, you just wish you was outside, getting able to wander around, getting rubbed down. You know what I'm saying? You just want to get rubbed down by a nigga out there. You know what I'm saying? Bro, these type of female, bro, sipping on that alcohol, bro. They toxic, dog. She toxic, bro.
Why would you be able to?
This is what I got from my mom. It's slushy. And this is got a curfew. This is jail. This is jail.
The thing that I hate the most about this is she's framing it as if she didn't have a choice. Now, granted, if you didn't have the option to, I don't know, cancel the trip and not go, maybe I would be a little bit sympathetic for you, maybe. But ultimately, going to the bar and having alcohol is not a necessity, so I really don't give a rat's ass. Is it so far-fetched to believe that the resort and everyone else wants people safe? Like, no, they don't want you at the pool. No, they don't want you drinking alcohol. Why? Let's take wild guesses here. There's a Category 5 hurricane going on. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
Bro, it's their business, bro. If you get hurt in they pool while it's a hurricane going on, a gust of wind come out of nowhere and knock your ass over, that liability, you gonna want to sue they ass. The same person is gonna want to sue they ass. You know what I'm saying? And that liability gonna be on them.
You don't need tequila. You literally need perspective.
You don't want to follow the rules, leave. And you leave this hotel during this situation, your room is revoked. Because that liability is on us as a business, man.
Perspective and clarity in the mind. Now, where her situation gets interesting is because she started to see more charges because they were quote unquote trapped by the hurricane. Her flights got canceled naturally because of the high winds, the rains, etc., etc. And she had to have somewhere to stay. So while staying at the hotel, she gained a massive amount of fees, had extra nights charged to her card, and now she is just so upset about this situation because somebody's providing her housing.
And I have one more thing to say about the Royalton, Jamaica, Blue Waters, whatever the ship's called. They is fucked up, right? The embassy say we got a motherfucking shelter in, and they're charging people $260 a night for these extra days that nobody wanted to be here. Y'all trapped us on this island. Free me, free my peoples, get me home, get my money back. It's just too much going on. I just woke up.
Sounds like you went out to Jamaica and got fucked. Literally by no nigga. Just bad decisions. That's tough, honestly. I hate that for you, though, honestly. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go nowhere, but sit here complaining about it and like you just want the world to fix it and like it's everybody's fault. Like, oh, you just hate it so much. Like, that's what happens when you go on a vacation, bro. The weather may not be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And then if you go into a tropical place, you can get hit with a fucking hurricane. You know what I'm saying? That comes with the game, bro. The fuck?
To all y'all on my dick. Let me explain one thing.
On your
It's
dick?
just too much going on.
What?
I just woke up to all y'all on my dick. Let me.
Nah, bro. See, the way this lady carry herself lowers her value tremendously. And them eyelashes, too, that's lowering it to me as well. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, little baby. On your dick? You ain't got no dick. I don't like when people quit talking like
money
that.
back. It's just too much.
All she doing is getting drunk. She addicted to that alcohol, man. Yeah.
Going on. I just woke up to all y'all on my dick. Let me explain one fucking thing. My problem is not coming out here during a fucking hurricane. The problem is they're supposed to accommodate people. There's a shelter and the U.S. Embassy said we're supposed to stay here. They're not supposed to charge nobody, and there are. That's my problem. And not only
Is that right?
they're charging higher rates for the stuff that's included. The pools are included, all of them. The bars are included with the alcohol. That's what the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying we have to pay all this money and we cannot do none of these things. So there should be no charge. Thank you. Get off my dick.
I tell you what, you have the option. You don't have to stay there. Just leave. Fend for yourself in Jamaica. Try to make it back home. But
I feel like if you already stayed a night, then the hurricane came and you paid, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe they should compensate you in some type of way, though. Like maybe like you showed up, because you can probably always cancel your reservations type shit. But if you done stayed a night and then the hurricane came, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course they gonna not want to give you your money back or nothing, you know? But maybe they might give you your money back for the days you didn't stay. I don't know.
have the option. You don't have to stay there. Just leave. Fend for yourself in Jamaica. Try to make it back home. But you can't tell me that you can, in your brain, justify that, hey, these
she knows she ain't got no option but to stay there.
people are sheltering in place. We have to shelter in place. Everybody has to shelter in place. I'm putting a burden on them.
Yeah, that just comes with it.
Because I still have needs. They're still feeding me something.
That's why you don't go to Jamaica spending your last dollar and you come back home and shit is tight as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have your emergency fund, have your investment portfolio, and then you have the money for the vacation that you saved up. So when you go on vacation and you get fucked up like that and you get hit with all these charges, a hurricane come and now you got to pay $260 for an additional 5 nights, however long. You know what I'm saying? You got that money.
They're still accommodating.
Y'all don't want to work like that though. People don't think like that though, bro.
Me in some way, shape, form.
Especially not these shorties. Not them.
Or fashion. And I should just do it all for
Mind you, it ain't not one man. Look, I think it was a man in that video though with the black women that was saying, what y'all gonna do for the guests? But y'all see it ain't no man saying nothing though.
free. She posed it as if she got trapped, like somebody put handcuffs on her hands or tied her door shut. But you chose to be here during the time in which there was a Category 5 hurricane. It's not like this became a Cat 5. They knew it was a Cat 5 from the jump and still decided to hop on the planes from wherever they are from in order to go down there. Yeah, they should charge you for accommodating you. That just makes like sense. No, they shouldn't allow you to be in a pool. I tell you what though,
They was the only ones on the plane.
If that's the case, let this woman be in the pool. Let this woman drink. She has to sign a waiver that says, in case anything happens, if a tree falls down and hits you on your big coconut head, that we are not liable. This is the stupidest thing in the world. Now, what if I told you we're probably at a category 3 when it comes to the entitled meter? There is another woman who takes the cake when it comes to how entitled she is about this whole situation. It's actually disgusting, and I want to give an apology to the people of Jamaica on her behalf, because I know she won't do it, because the way that she acts about this whole situation is entitled. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, welcome to my hurricane series now, because everybody wants to know what's happening and what we're gonna
nobody give a damn.
Nothing but ride out the storm. But this is what they gave us in our snack ration meal to go boxes.
Couldn't have gave you nothing. They should have gave you nothing.
All inclusive resort. This is a lunch box that they gave.
Oh yeah, you know she mad about that food. Big girl, man.
This has
Nah, that's diabolical though. What is that?
You know, what is this?
Food.
Nigga said food.
That's what it is.
Dinner. What's that, brother? Dinner or dessert. You know it.
They know how y'all get down, so gotta put some sweets in there.
They gave us something though. Packets, I mean, a fruit cocktail. That's probably gonna go off. You know, another.
Hey man, this is life or death we talk about.
Another one. What is that? Okay, thank you. This is breakfast.
She's asking what that is. That looks like storm rations to me. You know who these people are? These are the same people when they talked about COVID hitting and there might be a runoff on toilet paper. These were the same people who lined up at the Costco's of the world or the Sam's Clubs of the world and bought 40 cases of toilet paper because they can't dare to think about living without some sort of luxuries in their life. What I see is a resort doing
Not having toilet paper is diabolical. I ain't gonna lie. That's diabolical. Not having toilet paper is diabolical. You gotta wipe that ass. But in the instance, your toilet, the water, I mean, if the power goes out, you still got water, though. They ain't stopping your toilet from flushing. That's the good thing about water, though. So you could still take that shit. So you good. I was gonna say it wouldn't work in the instance of an event, but shit, it still would. Shit, that's crazy. A toilet, a sink, a water faucet is like kind of indestructible in a sense. Unless, like, it just gets destroyed, you know what I'm saying?
Doing anything and everything that they can in order to accommodate these people by, you know, providing at least some sort of food. But all I hear is nag, complain. A lot of stuff she's complaining about isn't even necessary. She makes this remark about a microwave in the room.
This is my last box, guys.
Bitch got 5 boxes.
Peas and carrots, 2 hash browns, 2 boiled eggs, and some bacon that they probably scrapped off the breakfast this morning. Before I forgot, we have no microwave in our room, but we've been given food to warm up. I guess we're supposed to eat it cold.
I'm being so serious when I say this. What is the expectation here? First of all, you knew you didn't book a room with a microwave. Do you think that they were just going to buy 10, 20,000 microwaves in order to put into these hotel rooms?
Well, maybe they didn't.
Hell, that's even if y'all have electricity to have these things going. Why do you expect to have a normal vacation in this situation? Why do you even think that you deserve a normal vacation when you are really only taking advantage of...
It's because they spent their last dollar to go there and they had to go. Because they already booked it. They already spent the money. That's all the money they had. They can't get it back.
Of the Jamaican people and the Jamaican land during this Category 5 hurricane. She did give some sort of explanation as to her staying on the island and why she couldn't leave like she wanted to.
Heyo, it is Monday, October 27th here at Montego Bay in Jamaica. This is the weather.
Oh my God.
They put the chairs and stuff in the pool so they don't become projectiles. I think I mentioned that already. But people out on the balconies So far, so good. People that are wondering, everything's still good here. People are walking around the resorts. It's still sunny. People are out on the balconies. The wind is not up. The seas are not rough yet.
I do not care about y'all. I promise you I don't.
No, we were not expecting a 5-course meal. We was expecting probably non-perishables because the food that we are giving cannot fit in the fridge that is here. And providing if electricity goes out for the island, non-perishables would have been ideal. We know that people have to.
Of course, the big back is complaining about food.
We're not expecting non-essential staff to stay here, but we are not staying here for free. Also, we are paying to stay here. So we move. I'm blessed, and I'm just praying for the safety of Jamaica.
And who says that the hotel is supposed to give you food in the event of an accident? You know what I'm saying? The fact that they're doing that is actually a good thing. Like, they're doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be getting nothing at all.
I can't acknowledge her flight getting canceled is a little messed up, but that's only due to the fact that you waited so late and even went in the first place. You know when you wouldn't have to deal with anything like this is if you did not go to Jamaica and jeopardize these people's lives. And finally, we get our first glimpse of somebody showing any sort of sympathy or empathy for anybody, saying that she actually does pray for the people of Jamaica, the country, all this stuff like that. It's great to hear that. It's just amazing to me that these people, and it's really just hitting me, decided to go to this place during a Category 5 hurricane to stay literally on the water and expected the same type of vacation that they would get if they went outside of hurricane season. You've got to be just stupid as hell at this point, and there is no saving you. And these are signs of people's real lives as well. I would never want to do any sort of business with them, work with them, claim them to be my friend, etc., because honestly, they seem ungrateful as hell. It's not about anybody else but you, and make it abundantly clear when you can't even put your own pride to the side, your own ego to the side, your own self-centered ways to the side in order to have just a little bit of sympathy and empathy for those that are actually risking their lives, taking away from resources that they could be using to the people who can't get out and giving them to you. They're still being hospitable by opening their homes and their doors and their, ability to you, and you just don't give a fuck. Now, it's not all dim and grim. I hate to continuously be negative on this channel, but I like the fact that there is a young man out there who did give praise to the hotels and their efforts. Not everybody is these entitled dickheads that we've been showing on this channel.
I really want to shout out the Riu Palace for making sure that I was safe, I was good and fed, and all of that during this hurricane, because my dumb ass didn't even know it was a hurricane. I just thought it was
accountability.
Some shit, and I still can't. And I'm not tripping on the extra nights I gotta stay, the money. I'm not tripping on none of that. I'm glad to be able to goddamn still be here and safe. I'm laying down in bed at 2:40 right now in a comfortable, clean little bed. You feel me? And I'm just want to tell the Riu Palace staff that I really appreciate y'all.
See, it take a man to think logically sometimes. You know what I'm saying? About the situation. That's what come with the game. You know what I'm saying?
There's some weed like this young man and just lay down. Just lay down. Weather the storm and just lay down. It's interesting to me how entitled Americans are, and it's rearing its head in other conversations. The food stamp one is a conversation. All the government assistance, all these really bring out to light how entitled Americans are. And it seems as when they get a little bit of money and they can go out of the country and do their own thing, their entitlement level grows to power levels over 9,000. Tourism in and of itself has its own inherent problems. It's burdening the people of these countries, taking advantage of their resources, disrespecting their land 9 times out of 10. But to do it during a hurricane, that's the most disgusting stuff. And the people of Jamaica are also tired of it just in general.
When Urban fix the airport so the people can go on them yard, because frankly, I'm tired of them. And the funny thing is, it's not the people that are complaining now, is the ones that look like us that are complaining, and I do the most. So guess what? When I fix the airports and I go on a yard, and as for ungrateful people, don't come back. You guys are rude and you guys are disrespectful. Please, me, I'm gonna do not set foot on the next flight to Jamaica. There's so many other countries to visit. Don't come back. Because we don't treat you well, don't come back.
Totally embarrassing and not a real accurate representation of some people that do exist in America, but I understand where all the sentiments come from. If you can't take into consideration the people that you're going to, you know, utilize their resources when you become a tourist, then honestly, you shouldn't be allowed to go over there. And if you thought you could come to social media and get some sort of sympathy and empathy from people, I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy, you're stupid as hell.
Hey man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. We on the road to 100K. Okay, if you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap that dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the 9.
Y'all have been voting Republican, yeah. Y'all have been voting Republican your whole life because they keep telling you, you let them get their hands on it, they're going to fix it and you ain't going to be poor no more. And look at you, still fucking poor.
If you ask anyone what their favorite
They voted for this, now we're all doomed. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Shouts out to Jew Almighty. Let's see what it's hitting for.
Y'all have been voting Republican your whole life because they keep telling you, you let them get their hands on it, they're going to fix it and you ain't going to be poor no more. And look at you, still poor.
If you ask anyone what their favorite mob movie is, they're either going to say Godfather 1 and 2, Casino, or Goodfellas. My favorite is Goodfellas.
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
The whole first half of the movie shows how fun being in the mob is. These guys are doing heists, breaking laws, making so much money, and they're literally treated like superstars everywhere they go. It really shows that these guys have the world at their feet, and it glamorizes mob life. But 2 hours in, after Tommy, one of the main characters, is killed, there's a sudden shift in the movie. Now, mob life isn't glamorous anymore. The old crew is gone. Henry, the main character, is drugged up, paranoid, isolated, and hanging on by a thread before everything comes crashing down around him. And he says, "This is the bad time." And that's exactly where we are now as a country. It feels like everything is crashing down around us, and these are the bad times.
Wages have not gone up. Health insurance premiums are going to go up. Car insurance goes up every year. People's homeowners insurance goes up.
Yep.
Rent is going up.
As your SNAP benefits are about to expire and millions of Americans are not going to have a single dime to be able to go out and put food on the table, and the economic impact that's going to have on our economy, not to mention the $500 million of food rations that Donald Trump canceled because, you know, he's bitter.
I don't think people really know how bad things are right now and how much worse they're gonna get. And what's crazy is Trump hasn't even been president for a year. But right now, there are more Americans unemployed than there are jobs to offer them. And that's before some of the biggest corporations in America just simultaneously announced mass layoffs.
And inflation is through the roof. That's crazy.
UPS fired 34,000 people and Amazon fired 30,000.
People were already struggling with inflation in a down economy, but now SNAP benefits for more than 42 million Americans are ending, while the price of groceries and everything else continues to go up. Farmers and ranchers that voted for Trump are going broke and losing everything.
The U.S. slaps tariffs on foreign goods, claiming it will protect American farmers. Sounds tough, right?
Man, that's crazy, bro. You voted for him. And they taking everything from you, bruh. That's tragic, man. Y'all was MAGA to the bone, boy. Now y'all hate that nigga.
Except now, those same farmers can't sell their stuff overseas because other countries hit us back.
And even if you're working a regular job, saving money, doing everything you should be doing, the American dream has become unattainable for most, as the average age for first-time home buyers has gone up to 38 years old, the highest in history, while huge corporations are buying homes and pricing out would-be home buyers only to make them lifelong renters. And federal employees can't pay their bills. They are...
Bro, one thing about that, man, that's not really so true, because most of the landlords in the world, bro, well, in America, I'll say, and this is proven, is mom and pop landlords. I'll put it like that. Most of the real estate that's owned is by individual people. That's true. You know what I'm saying? So that's a small yeah, these corporations own, but they're small compared to the people.
Would-be home buyers only to make them lifelong renters. And federal employees can't pay their bills. They are in food banks just to survive. While there is talk that the government shutdown can go all the way into the new year. And now everyone is suffering. It feels like everything is crashing around us. All because so many people chose to vote for the wrong person. These are scary times.
It's a challenge. You're just trying to cancel anything and make sure we're on a forbearance for our mortgage, so we're doing whatever we can to make ends meet.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and Republicans, and especially Republicans, because I'm talking to you guys as your SNAP benefits are about to expire and millions of Americans are not going to have a single dime to be able to go out and put food on the table, and the economic fucking impact that's going to have on our economy, not to mention the $500 million of food rations that Donald Trump canceled because, you know, he's fucking bitter and let his ego get in front of the welfare of the American people once again. As all that's about to happen, and you're going to feel it in places like West Virginia and Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana and Missouri and Texas and all those places.
See, bro, I know inflation is high as fuck, and I'm in a blessed position to where I got this YouTube and stuff, bro. But even without that, just working my little job at Amazon, I would be all right. You know what I'm saying? I got my own crib. I got an apartment. You know what I'm saying? One bed. I can afford it. The money I make is double my expenses monthly. And I don't make a whole lot of money from YouTube. I don't make a whole lot of money from my job. I don't have no kids. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I'm able to invest. That's me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with my money. I live below my means. I'm saving for them rainy days. Even if I had a shorty, we had a kid, all you have to do is live below your means. If y'all both work together, see all these women, they want the man to take care of this, that, and the third, pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't just do that just off the jump, man. Y'all gotta build that up. Y'all gotta work together. Y'all gotta get to that point to where, okay, now we have a family. Now it's time to, it's different dynamics at that point. You know what I'm saying? But even in that situation, like, that's why I said, like, that's why I'm strategic with how I move. Like, that's why I ain't just trying to mess with anybody, bro, because life is as hard as you make it to be, though, at the same time, I feel like. And I'm not rich. I'm a broke nigga just like y'all niggas. Trust me. If I ain't rich, I'm broke. Simple. You know what I'm saying? And I'm far from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's as hard as you make it, if you ask me, bro. You just gotta wake up. You gotta go get it. You know? Well, what's your priorities? What's your goals? Ask yourself that. Honestly. It's maximize your earning opportunities. There's no reason why in today's day and age you shouldn't have one gig app on your phone, bro. You shouldn't have DoorDash. You shouldn't have Instacart. You shouldn't have. Why don't you have these? You know what I'm saying? You don't have Uber. Like, why don't you have this stuff, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's as hard as you make it to be, bro. And a lot of people don't want to work, bro. That's really what it is, bro. Like, inflation is fucking high. Shit is expensive. The cost of clothes and all, it is fucking high, bro. But you have to readjust. And if you work together, it's easier.
You're going to be desperate, okay? And when that happens, I want you just to remember this one single fucking fact, okay? Democrats also want to give you SNAP benefits. Democrats also want to give you affordable or even free health care. Because Democrats, they realize that even when they get elected in Democratic areas, that they have to fucking govern for everybody, including you. So remember, Democrats are the only ones that want to take better care of you as an American, while Republicans, who hold every single lever of power.
And I say that, bro, I know life happens, bro. Life happens like a motherfucker, bro. I get that. Debt, you know, you can get debt. I was in that position, bro. But it took me to reconstruct. You gotta reconstruct. And you gotta want better for yourself. You might have to work your way out of it. Things is gonna keep happening. Life happens, bro. Life happens all the time to me. I say this, and tomorrow may be a terrible fucking day. You know what I'm saying? It may be a terrible day and everything changed. I feel like I'm doing bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's as hard as you make it to be, bro. I've set myself up to where I have opportunities to make $1, bro. You know what I'm saying? I will not go without, bro. $1. You know what I'm saying?
In our government,
that's the way
all the way from Congress to the Supreme Court, every single fucking lever, and could easily reopen the government and make sure you get fed and make sure your health care benefits don't triple by next month. They could do that. All they would have to do is just not cut billionaires' taxes even more.
I think we've always known that the rich get richer, but I don't think we've ever seen it like this before, where the average person is
because the average person is not ever invested, bro. It doesn't matter if you have $100. Start somewhere, bro. Because you're losing to inflation, bro. People do not understand this, bro. That's how you keep getting poorer year after year, bro.
Literally getting crushed, while billionaires' net worths have exploded over the last 4 years.
Because they're investors.
Fired 34,000 people and Amazon fired 30,000.
People just want to work the job and think the job is the way to life. Okay, I could live off of this. Okay, these are my expenses. Yeah, okay, you could do that, bro. But that is not the end all be all, bro. People just want to live their life and have fun, go on vacations with the job that they work, bro. They don't never want to do nothing more. That keeps you trapped. And you wonder why. If that's what you want to do it. But I'm telling you why that is. If you're one of these people and you're like, man, you got to look at yourself at the same time, bro. And look at the people around you.
UPS has vowed to fire an additional 14,000 people, and Amazon has vowed to fire 14,000 more people, too.
Is this because of AI?
Amazon said it's because of AI, along with the bad economy, and UPS closed 70 facilities to try to save $3.5 billion this year. And it gets worse.
Yeah, UPS stock is down bad, boy, right now. I ain't gonna say it's down bad, but from all-time highs, nigga, they on a 5-year sell-off, bro. UPS is.
Fire 8% of their corporate workforce, Nestle 16,000 people. Intel plans to fire 15% of their workforce, Microsoft 9,000 people. Procter & Gamble 6% of their workforce.
There's more.
The thing is, though, they don't need these people, bro. AI is taking over. Technology is taking over, bro.
But yes, because many other businesses are following suit with upcoming layoffs, such as Novo firing 11% of their workforce, ConocoPhillips 25% of their workforce.
Isn't this bad because there's already more unemployed people than jobs available?
As of 2 months ago, there are more unemployed people than jobs available. However, these layoffs are good because now the billionaires can get richer.
If it wasn't so sad and scary, it would be ironic that so many Americans voted for Donald Trump because he's the business guy that's gonna clear out the swamp when he's done anything but. The US is seeing the largest number of layoffs since 2020, with nearly 1 million people losing their jobs so far this year. We could have avoided this.
Let me tell you how stupid people are, bro. People are so stupid. And I'm gonna say it. Black people, especially, dumb as hell. But people in general. Because they don't understand. Everybody's happy. Oh, we love Trump. He gave us $1,200. He helped us out. All they did was print money and create the inflation we currently have, bro. And then going back to black people, they love Trump for that reason. And then they also love him because he freed Kodak Black, a fucking drug head.
Yeah, they broke up in a bitch, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They freed Lil Wayne. Pardon Lil Wayne. Pardon Kodak Black. So black folk love him now. This shit don't make no sense, man.
So many people didn't want to vote for a woman, or especially a woman of color, that called all of this out.
I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who are rooting for Trump, because, you know, they know he is easy to manipulate with flattery and favors. They know Trump won't hold autocrats accountable because he wants to be an autocrat himself. And as president, I will never waver in defense of America's security and ideals, because in the enduring struggle between democracy and tyranny, I know where I stand, and I know where the United States belongs.
Just yesterday, some of the largest companies in the world announced huge layoffs right before the holidays, right before so many people in America lose their SNAP benefits. While the government is still closed down and they can't get any other help. UPS 48,000, Amazon 30,000, Intel 24,000, and the list goes on. And these are not your normal layoffs. Many of these jobs are being replaced by AI. Amazon layoffs begin this week with over 30,000 jobs being replaced by AI and robots. The fourth industrial revolution means the elites know your services are no longer required, and therefore you are expendable before you drain the state longer than you need to. This isn't like people are being laid off because companies are losing money. People are being laid off due to greed, because so many of these huge companies figured out that they can just replace us. These aren't temporary or seasonal layoffs where these jobs will come back. These jobs will be lost.
So that's what they showing? Oh, they getting rid of them warehouse niggas, man. It's gonna be hard to get rid of van niggas. See, I work at Amazon, bro, so, like, you know, I'm in Oklahoma, so we gonna be, like, the last to get all that new technology and shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the robot fucking cart stage and shit. That's crazy. It's people staging the carts and shit. That's crazy, coach. Yeah, man. Especially Amazon, they getting everybody up out of there, bro. Yeah, man. It's today's the day and age, man. You gotta start learning something that's gotta do with the internet technology, bro. You got to, bro. Because you gotta do something that's manual, you know, something that a robot can't do. You know, the trades, man. Hell, even truck driving still. I think truck driving is still gonna be valid, bro, for a good, at least a solid another 10 years for sure. Guaranteed 10, 15 years. Because it's the fact that it's just hard to take packages to a doorstep or a whole load and through these places, and it's just a little bit complex, you know, for a robot to be doing especially something like an Amazon driver, a UPS driver, where you're getting in and out the van and going up to doorsteps, and they've already got drone deliveries, but the drone can only fly so many packages, so heavy of a package, so big of a package, this, that, and the third. So it's like it's got its limitations. So I feel like that aspect of it, warehouse niggas is definitely finna get the boot before the van niggas, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I've been said that shit. So you gotta find something that's got you security, that can buy you time to learn something out, to figure this shit out, bro. Moving forward, you know?
Forever. These layoffs should concern everyone. These shifts are happening at a rapid pace and the average person is not prepared. The argument that AI will create more jobs than it takes is ludicrous. In my opinion, we are entering the most unpredictable period in human history. Unfortunately, I only see layoffs accelerate in the next few years. And
you know what this is eventually gonna start causing, bro? A decline in populations. The population will start to decline if people can't afford to have families, bro.
yourself as much as you can. This is where having your own trade greatly benefits you, because an AI or robot is not replacing electricians or plumbers anytime soon. So if we lay off everyone to increase margins.
Yeah. My grandpa a plumber, man. Hey, I done been in that ditch. You know what I'm saying? A robot can't do that, man. Not yet.
This year, who will have money left to buy?
It's gonna be a while for a robot can do what a plumber can do. But then again, man, they got them ditch witch machines, man. They be taking that ditch witch and running a whole water line with it, gas line with it. You know what I'm saying? Underground, and you ain't even gotta dig at all. Ain't gotta do none of that. Ain't gotta bring no tractor. Just bring that ditch witch and it'll pull that pipe through the ground.
Your products next year.
And that ditch witch is relatively new. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine what that's gonna be able to do in 10 years from now. You know, it's getting there, you know.
But companies do not care how bad the people and the economy is hurting. It is all
that's why you have to get invested, bro. You gotta get invested.
Money for them, squeezing every penny for their stockholders. Which is how we get to a place where we're facing the highest unemployment since 2020, but the stock market is breaking records.
You have all of these companies basically saying they're either laying off employees.
Right. These companies they're making more money. You know what I'm saying?
Or that they're dramatically slowing hiring over the next year because of automation and because of AI, so that companies can then do the work of humans using robots or using artificial intelligence. This is unfolding very fast.
The AI apocalypse will be bad enough or affect enough people if that was all that was going on. But we are currently dealing with an administration that seems like it is currently trying to destroy this country, trying to destroy the economy, and hurt as many people as possible. Everything this administration does seems very mean-spirited and anti-American. And even
well, if you let Trump tell it, he's taking the steps to make America great again. You know what I'm saying? He's increasing tariffs so that apparently we could keep this stuff in America or whatever. And you know, if you ask him what he's doing, what his goal is, you know, that's what he gonna tell you. You know, the effect is ugly, but we might look up 4 years from now and niggas' minds might be changed. Oh yeah, he was doing what needed to be done. But niggas can't see what's going on now. Trump is a businessman, bro. You know, Trump is a businessman. And he's in it for the financial gain. He's in it for the personal gain. So, you know, that could be good or bad for the people, but, you know, if I feel like if he's in it for his personal gain, I mean, in a sense, that would help us. I don't know, though, as a country, you know. I don't know, though. I don't know.
Some Republican.
I'm just invested, nigga, and I'm gonna keep investing, nigga. Simple. I got money entering the market tomorrow.
Americans are starting to wake up now.
All right, breaking news. Marjorie Taylor Greene just essentially played Donald Trump's hand for him.
Prices have not come down at all.
The job market is weak.
Job market is still extremely difficult. Wages have not gone up. Health insurance premiums are going to go up. Car insurance goes up every year. People's homeowners insurance goes up.
Yep.
See, one of the reasons why wages aren't going up is because people keep taking these jobs for these same wages, bro. If these companies are making more profits, they're cutting more expenses due to automation, cutting more people, which is more expenses, the biggest expense. then that means that they should have more money to pay the people that they have. They're not paying those people more because they're still taking them jobs for that same amount of money, bro. We set the market as people at the same time, bro. We set the market. We are the market. The people are the market. People don't think like that because we're not taught like that, bro. We're not taught like that. It's just simple. The governments will never teach you to think like that.
Rent is going up.
Yep.
Young people
That's
have
what
no
makes
hope
the
of
government the government. That's what gives them power. That's what gives them this and that. Because if you have the same power, the same money that the government has, you now have the same power. You can invest in the same military, a better military, and that's what wins wars. That's what creates nations. Is war, destruction.
buying a home. And then when they try to buy a home, they end up, like I said, they end up competing with like Blackstone or somebody else.
The average home buyer now is 38 years old.
Some of my own personal family members, some of my own personal friends, they're getting by month to month.
But you have to ask yourself, you have to think about that person, bro. I hear you. No raise. They're never getting a raise. Why is that person staying content with that, man? We as people, we have to be able to move on. See, what happens is we get comfortable in this bill cycle. Bills. You wouldn't have bills if you owned shit. Yeah, you'd have electric and water, and them is small bills. If you own shit, if you didn't have that $500 car payment, nigga, you'd have $500 in your pocket. You didn't have that $3,000 mortgage payment. You know what I'm saying? You'd have $3,000 in your pocket. Yeah, you gotta pay property tax, but them is small expenses compared to the big ones that's eating everything.
Charging up their...
You know what I'm saying? So if you want better for yourself, a person like me, bro, the reason why, bro, my grandpa's a plumber, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was working in the family business, bro. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons why I don't do it no more, bro, is because I seen an opportunity to make more money doing my own thing. And so that's what I done. And now I'm making more money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to have to go work for Jeff Bezos, nigga. I don't even work for Jeff Bezos. I work for another white man. You know what I'm saying? That actually terminated me, but I'm lucky to still be there. Just got told that this morning. Didn't have a route. They sent me home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm lucky to be there. I've been terminated 2-3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? But I seen the opportunity to make more money, bro. Instead of staying where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And struggling. I was in debt. Fucked up. Paycheck to paycheck. For real. You know what I'm saying? And I had a shorty. We was living together. But we wasn't working together. We wasn't calculating these dollars and doing what can be done. You know what I'm saying? Finding somebody that is on that same type of mindset, that shit is hard, bro. You know, and you can't just be so open with that. You know what I'm saying? Cause they'll try to fuck you over, play like they with it, and they ain't really with it like that. Like life is as hard as you make it to be. Quit spending all this motherfucking money on stupid shit, man. That's what the rich people gonna tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? The rich people gonna tell you to not drive that nice car. Go get you a beater car that you pay for cash, that $5,000 down payment you just put on that Mercedes. Go find you a car that costs $5,000 and buy it cash. A 09 Toyota Camry, nigga. You know what I'm saying? 130,000, 50,000 miles on it. That motherfucker run to 300K. If the owners took care of it, you take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Eating fast food. I'm falling victim of it right now, man. That's why I need me a good woman, man. So I can buy some groceries and she cook it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause boy, we cook together. You know what I'm saying? Cause boy, dude, that shit eating out definitely adds up, man. You know what I'm saying? And a shorty, I know personally, bro, because a shorty can be my biggest downfall, bro, because you be wanting to give her as a man, that could be your biggest downfall, bro, because it's your biggest distraction, bro. Fuck around, you be your biggest expense. Huh? Man, it could be detrimental, bro. You have to be careful. You gotta be disciplined, man. I say this, I'm working on my discipline. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I'm not the nigga on here acting like I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Credit cards.
I never thought I'd say this, but Marjorie is one of the only Republicans who's kind of just dropping the facade and saying, you know, people are struggling a lot right now.
The United States is going through the largest amount of layoffs since, check notes, the last time Donald Trump was president, which is
yeah, women, when it comes to money, and just in general, they do what makes them happy and how it makes them feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Crazy that
that's why they spend money. They don't care nothing about it because you the man, you supposed to make it and give it to them. They don't have no. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have that, but you need to have the ears to hear and the eyes to see the game I'm finna give you. Ooh, you know what I'm saying though? Cause I got this financial literacy, baby. I don't know it all, but shit, I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I know how to start. You know how to start.
What people voted for, like they weren't aware of everything that happened the last time he was in office. Every single Republican president in my lifetime has crashed the economy. Trump is the first to do it twice. And there are so many people that don't know that that's a fact. Every time Democrats inherit a Republican economy, they fix it, they improve it, and then end up passing a good economy to a Republican who then destroys it.
Republican President George Bush gets elected and gets handed an economy from Bill Clinton that's booming. The GDP's at 4%, just created 22 million jobs. The unemployment rate is at a 33-year low. America says, yeah, thanks, Democrats. We got it from here. Hands it to George Bush. He leaves it in a recession. Obama gets handed an economy that's losing 700,000 jobs a month, fixes it up, makes 16 million jobs, cuts the unemployment rate from 8% to 4.8%. America says, yeah, thanks for pulling us out of recession, Obama. Thanks for pulling out of recession, Democrats. We've got it from here. Hands it back to the Republicans. Hands Donald Trump an economy that is on the largest economic expansion in the history of America, 128 consecutive months. Trump leaves it in a recession again. Actually, 10 of the last 11 recessions have all been under Republicans.
It's always Democrat versus Republican, which I don't really give a fuck about none of them. I think they're all the same in a sense. They all have the same agenda at the end of the day. But if you want to look at it like that, of course the Republicans, the most racist, you know, are going to do what they've always done.
Presidents. How long do we expect Democratic politics to clean up your mess?
And the same people that voted for Trump are now being hurt by his policies. Like so many farmers and ranchers who are on the brink of losing everything.
Soybean farmers were hammered during President Trump's first trade war with China in 2018. Now the administration is promising them another bailout.
We don't want the aid. We want the trade.
Gafter says one-time relief is not a long-term solution.
If China starts buying elsewhere, which they are doing now,
that's another thing. That farming shit, man. Livestock and shit, bro. There's some money in it, man. That's something that's not going, you know. That's something that AI and the internet can't take. It's time to go back to the roots, literally.
those trade routes, it becomes more difficult for them to come back to the U.S. to buy their commodities. Once we lose that, we may never get it back again. And that's huge for next generations.
You ever see somebody set their own
Ain't
house on
lying.
fire and then hand their neighbor $40 billion because their house needs a new roof? Welcome to American trade policy. This is so crazy. Just try to...
No cap, they gave $40 million to Argentina.
Hold on. The U.S. slaps tariffs on foreign goods, claiming it will protect American farmers. Sounds tough, right? Except now, those same farmers can't sell their stuff overseas because other countries hit us back. Reciprocated tariffs. That's econ speak for they flipped us the same middle finger. So our beef and soy exports tank. Meanwhile, Argentina jumps in and fills the gap in the Chinese market. They loosen export taxes, flood that market, and start cashing in. And what does America do? We give Argentina a $40 billion bailout.
40 billion.
$40 billion to stabilize their economy. So now we've
Right, and niggas ain't got food stamps next month.
literally bailed out our own competition while American beef producers and farmers suffer. But wait, we're not done there. After bailing them out, the U.S. signs a deal to import Argentinian beef. That's right. The country that just lost beef sales due to this ridiculous tariff policy is now buying beef from the folks who replaced them. And when American ranchers complain, Trump offers them another bailout, similar to the 2018 bailout of $12 billion. What prompted the 2018 bailout? The same damn thing. Overly aggressive tariff policy by Donald Trump. Okay, so where's this money coming from?
Hey, this man's well educated here about this topic here.
For the new agricultural bailout. This is where it gets fun. From the tariffs the American consumer is forced to pay that started this whole thing to begin with.
So many people voted for their own destruction and are surprised that they are suffering right now. What's worse is all of these people will vote for Donald Trump again. It's literally going to take a blue wave to win back the House for midterms, which makes no sense considering where we are and what Republicans have done.
Well, the Democrats were right again. Do you guys remember when we told these Trump supporters that if Trump put tariffs on everything, that American companies would jack their prices up? Well, that's exactly what happened with American beef. As soon as Trump put in the tariffs, American cattle farmers raised their prices 10 to 15%. And now Trump is importing beef from Argentina to undercut the prices of American farmers. Isn't it amazing how Trump has completely fucked over American farmers at every turn?
One of the cornerstones of the American dream is a house and a picket fence. Now most
The same people who voted for him.
people are no longer able to even afford that house for multiple reasons, but this is probably the most sinister.
BlackRock just bought 50,000 homes at $300,000 each, then sold 3 to themselves for $700K. Your neighbor's value just doubled overnight and you can't afford to live there anymore. They're stealing the American dream. Inflated sale prices become the...
What? They bought them for $300K, sold it to themselves, sold 3 of them to themselves for $700K. And so y'all think that that's gonna fucking make the neighborhood more valuable? Yeah, on paper. And see, real estate works in a retarded way like that. Honestly, if a home price sells for that, if you buy a home, right, for whatever price, the taxes is going to now reflect that. The previous tax bill was never that high because it happened to me whenever I bought a house. The taxes went from $1,600 to $2,500 because the house sold. And because the school district or whatnot, but the majority of that came from the house being sold, bro.
Most people are no longer able to even afford that house for multiple reasons, but this is probably the most sinister.
BlackRock just bought 50,000 homes at $300,000 each.
So it works in a retarded way like that. But because those homes sold for $300,000, you can't just sell it to yourself. Like it's not gonna work like that. Nobody's gonna buy that home for $700,000. The home at most, if it's gonna have that effect to where it drives the price of the home up, $350,000, $400,000. It's not doing that. It should see how they look at it is what sold. Yeah, that's a factor in it, but that's not the only factor. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna. No. now you can't afford to live in a house. What do you mean? If you're renting it, maybe the landlord might want to jack your rent up, but if you own the home, your mortgage is going to stay the same.
This is probably the most sinister.
BlackRock just bought 50,000 homes at $300,000 each, then sold 3 to themselves for $700K. Your neighbor's value just doubled overnight and you can't afford to live there anymore. They're stealing the American dream. Inflated sale prices become the new market rate. So the family that saved for 10 years.
Yeah, that's why you lowball. In today's market, you lowball the shit out all that real estate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sitting. Everything is sitting, bro. Everything is sitting. Because there's no buyers.
To buy their first home, outbid by a corporation with infinite money. The elderly couple who owned their home for 40 years, forced out by property taxes they can't afford. Rock rents these homes back to the same families they priced out. The rent is $2,500 monthly.
I have no clue how it's not illegal for huge corporations to buy up single
I ain't gonna lie though. That may jack your shit up, but look, if you can prove that, you can always challenge your property taxes, bro. If that scenario happened, you can look and find out who bought those homes, and if 3 people bought them and they work for this company, that and the third, and they done that, and that's why your taxes, you could challenge your taxes, bro. Your property taxes, and they can get that shit lowered because of that, bro. If you prove all of that, bro, you might need a fucking lawyer fucking with the city and shit, bro. But it's possible, bro. Don't just let them fuck you like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Family homes.
Cause that's one thing that will increase, especially if houses around your house is getting sold over time. If you've owned it for 20 years, your taxes is gonna go up. Insurance is gonna go up. You know? We live in an inflationary world. That's just the way this world is designed. They print dollars, so until they stop doing that, everything's gonna continuously go up forever.
En masse into price out regular home buyers. As if everything else wasn't bad enough, this is literally turning a generation of would-be home buyers into lifetime renters, which means they'll never be able to accumulate wealth or enjoy the tax benefits of home ownership or pass down that wealth to their children. And we haven't even gotten to how many Americans are already struggling that are depending on SNAP.
It is so clear that some of y'all have never ever been on food stamps before and you don't know how it works.
If you own land and you have a good significant amount of land, you need to be utilizing your land. You need to put cattle on your land. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of tax benefits and stuff that you can do, man. You know, let cows roam your land, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sell them cows, trade them cows. That's business. You're using that land for business. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? These people that own all these acreages, that's what they do. They got them cows on there, man. I'm out here in Oklahoma. We got a lot of like cows. We don't have so much farming and shit. We got a lot of I'd say like cows and horses and stuff, you know. I wouldn't just say livestock. All I see riding around is some cows, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's all I see riding around. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying, horses. Oh, all those welfare queens are going to get exposed and my grocery bill's going to go down. When in fact, the exact opposite is going to happen if and when SNAP benefits are not put out into the world.
We do got a couple little soybean farms and whatnot out here. But it's as far as like farming, because I know going Kentucky and all that shit, they way more farmers than we are. Hell, even North Dakota, that's straight farmland. North Dakota, straight farmland. Yeah, I mean it's flat as fuck. It's North Dakota, flat as hell. Straight farmland.
Think about it this way:
they don't got no cows.
1 in 6 people.
Nebraska. They got the corn up there in Nebraska. Yeah, I know because I rode through Nebraska. They got corn up there.
Are on SNAP benefits. That money, when spent, gets spent in your local economy, in your community. And if that money goes away, that money's not going to get spent in your community. And grocery stores are going to have to figure out how they're going to make up for that profit loss. In order to do that, they're going to pass it on to the customers who are coming in, who do have the money, which is going to see a 1 to 2% increase in your grocery bill. And groceries are already up over 3% since the start of this year. And I want to say 1 in 4 children are the recipients of SNAP and EBT benefits. And that money is going to do what? Go back into the general fund of the U.S. government to do with what they wish.
And all of this is happening while the federal government is still shut down and millions of federal workers are struggling.
In Washington, where the stalemate in Congress showed no signs of ending, federal employees are struggling to make ends meet, with some seeking help at D.C. food banks. Amy Uklu is a former USAID
federal government employees, niggas, down bad.
worker who was fired in February.
I'm showing up to food banks when I can. We're applying to jobs constantly. Our unemployment just ran out.
You said a developer would try to buy your house to put something else like a gas station. They can't just do that, bro. The city has zoning restrictions, bro. You can't just buy someone's house and put a gas station there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not zoned for that, you know?
So now we have no income.
If the city changes the zoning, that's different. That's the city developing. You know what I'm saying? That's the city changing shit. A developer, a business person can't just do that. The city has to approve of that. You know what I'm saying?
Coming in, it's a challenge. We're just trying to cancel anything and make sure we're on a forbearance for our mortgage. So we're doing whatever we can to make ends meet.
And then it's like, if it got to a situation where the city was to take your property to build a highway or something of the sense, I'm not gonna say a gas station, or to build a federal building of some sort, whatever. If the government takes you, they will compensate you for probably whatever the property's worth, whatever they're gonna say it's worth. They're gonna lowball the shit out your ass. You know what I'm saying? But in that scenario, they have to do that by law. They have to compensate you if they take your property, bro.
Across the country at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, air traffic controllers handed out leaflets asking for public support. Mark Roush of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association said many of his colleagues were considering taking up temporary second jobs.
It's affecting us because we have to figure out what we're going to do with what little money we may have left in savings, or how are we going to figure out, are we going to get more money coming in? We're going to start driving Uber, we're going to start doing maybe DoorDash, figure some other kind of way to generate income while still going to our jobs in air traffic control facilities and doing the work in aviation safety professions across the country without getting paid.
The shutdown is the second longest in U.S. history, behind a partial lapse in funding that lasted 35 days beginning in late 2018, during President Donald Trump's first term.
So the 2 longest government shutdowns in history were both Donald Trump's, but this is what people voted for. And the Republicans that could end this shutdown at any time are choosing not to even negotiate. Democrats offered a bill to pay all federal workers during the Trump shutdown. Every Republican kept it from passing. How do you not pay people who are working? And I really couldn't say it any clearer than this. Y'all should have voted for the black.
Sounds like slavery to me, doesn't it? Sounds like slavery to me, huh?
Y'all should have voted for the black lady. And I didn't even touch on immigration because this video would have been much longer. But this is what people voted for, and we're all paying for it. And I'm not making this video to scare you, depress you, or make you paranoid. I just want you to be aware of what's going on, what's at stake, and what you can do about it. The only thing that we can...
Even immigrants, I'm not gonna say the Hispanics, but you know them Asians and them Indians, you know they favor them white people. They pander to them. They love them white folks. They want to be them. They want to be friends with them. And if you black, they don't like you. You know they voted for Trump.
do now is try to take care of ourselves, batten down the hatches, save as much money as possible, get out of debt, protect ourselves and our family, keep speaking out about all the nonsense going on, and show up to vote next November, because that is the only way to put the brakes on this runaway train, because it really feels like we're in the last days of Rome. But shout out to the channel.
And that goes to show, like, bro, like, what does your vote really mean, though? Because, like, your vote may count, it doesn't, to get that nigga in office, but you have no say. Your vote, you don't get to vote on what he decides to do, bro. The only place your vote matters is local, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's only so much. Y'all already know what it is, bro. It's politics, man. This is a 50-minute, this is an hour-long video, bro. This video I'm reacting to is 20 minutes long. The video I'm making is an hour long.
Members, thank you so much for y'all support. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about everything.
Must have been a lot of good game in it, man. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. We're on the road to 100K, okay. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap that dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the 9. Boy. They voted for this. Now we're all doomed. We on the road to 100. Must have been too close on the mic, huh? Must have been a little too close on the mic. Ooh. Nigga neck. Must have been some good game in it, huh? Boy, I probably got one more in me, man. I don't know, it's my bedtime, man. It's a nigga bedtime. Oh boy. We can do this one. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. American tourists demanded refunds during a Cat 5. What am I gonna title that?
Being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things.
We keep falling for the same playbook. We're on the road to 100K, okay. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Shouts out to CJ's perspective. Let's see what it's hitting for.
Being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A Fox X.
Oh yeah, they fake racist. Yeah, that's the term I came up with.
Friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate. I'd like to point out, though, that I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
We make it way too easy for these people when they go on their black podcast run. Because like it or not, when this dude Gavin Newsom sits down with Van Lathan, when he sits down with Steven Jackson and the All the Smoke podcast, or any other predominantly black show, by default, they become the representatives of the black voice. And sometimes it feels more like they're just happy to have these people on their show rather than holding their feet to the fire about what they plan to do for black people if we do decide to give them our vote. Forget the keying and thank you for coming on our podcast. Filling out the ballots is how we show our respect, and bills and legislations is how you show yours.
Here in Los Angeles County, or in Los Angeles, you have the median wealth of a black and Latino family at around, I think, $4,000. The median wealth of a white family.
The median, so on average, the man and woman is bringing home alone $2,000 a month. In Cali, damn, you talk about poverty, boy. That ain't even gonna cut it in Oklahoma for real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it will if y'all ain't got no kids, y'all living, y'all could be alright. But
is around $388,000. If not for,
you said what?
Is around I think $4,000. The median wealth of a white family is around $388,000.
Goddamn.
If not for, fundamental systemic racial issue, these disparities exist.
California
everywhere.
Gold Rush.
I can point them out. We've talked about them here on the podcast. In Boston, it's $8 to $285,000. In Baltimore, it's $80,000 to $0 worth of wealth for black people. If not for intense, prolonged, systemic racism, where a system in a country picks winners and losers, how do you explain that disparity?
No, that's why I was out there signing the Bruce's Beach law. That's why I signed the first reparations bill in the United States of America. You're talking to the governor that literally led that. I just signed a bill 2 days ago with the Black Caucus as it relates to creating a new office to address these systemic issues.
Is that right?
I've been very progressive in terms of the bills that I've promoted, not just signed, to start to unpack all of those issues. I couldn't agree more. That's why I referenced a moment ago these systemic issues that are real, and the fact that we fundamentally have not come to grips with that past. And
time out right there.
Is that right?
Let's look at what he's actually done when it comes to reparations.
Okay.
Because we got the paperwork.
Yeah, sound good.
Newsom vetoes undercut reparations gains for black descendants in California. It was written on October 13th and updated on October 15th. Governor Gavin Newsom vetoed a handful of bills advancing the cause of reparations for black Californians on Monday, dealing the latest blow to a first of its kind movement to atone for state-inflicted harms from slavery to the present day. Newsom rejected bills that would have allowed the descendants of enslaved people to receive preferences in university admissions, business licenses, and loans for first-time home buyers. Now, we just heard him and Van talking about the disparity in wealth from black people to white people. What's one of the ways or two of the ways that we start to close that gap? One of them's education, right? So what did he do, y'all? He vetoed a bill to receive preference in university admissions. Education. What's another one? Home ownership. He also vetoed preferences for loans for first-time home buyers. We all know you get the home, you get the equity in the home, you take the equity out. Now what? Now you have a large lump sum to invest in the business. Now you have a large lump sum to invest in the stock.
Now you have a loan on top of the loan you have on that property. Be careful. Be careful. Now you have a loan. You have a loan.
The equity in the home?
A home equity line of credit, a HELOC.
You take the equity out. Now what? Now you have a large lump sum to invest in the business. Now you have a large lump sum to invest in the stock market, and that's how you start to build wealth. Moving on.
Take it with a grain of salt.
The governor's veto is more than disappointing. Assemblymember Isaac Bryan of Los Angeles, who wrote the college admissions bill, said in a statement, don't believe me, believe Bryan, the guy who wrote the admissions bill. While the Trump administration threatens our institutions of higher learning and attacks the foundations of diversity and inclusivity, now is not the time to shy away from the fight to protect students who have descended from legacies of harm and exclusion. In a series of veto messages, the governor argued that the bills were either unworkable or, my favorite, unnecessary or legally suspect. Listen, we can argue till the cows come home if what he signed was doable or not doable, if it was good for us or not good for us. This ain't about if you agree if we should get reparations or not. You might be black and be over trying to get reparations. That's cool. You might be black and believe we should get reparations. That's cool too. Let's not get caught up in arguing over something that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. This is about this dude sitting up on his podcast and telling you how he's been attacking reparations while at the same time vetoing several bills and doing the exact opposite. If he's gonna tell us everything he did do for reparations, why not tell us everything he didn't do and why? All I'm looking for is transparency. But that's also when Van is supposed to stop him and interrogate him about all the bills he's vetoed. See, this is why you rarely see politicians like Gavin Newsom showing up to places like the Roland Martin Show, because they know knows politics and he will fact check the bullshit. They go on these black platforms where they know they about to get little to no pushback. Because again, the only thing that's going to help us is bills and legislation being passed into law. Our new slogan needs to be legislation and bills talk and bullshit walks.
It was also about paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling. And so I was out there kind of raising myself, turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
it's like the White Stick Bob story.
Come on. Macaroni and cheese.
Bro. Are you talking about me?
This dude on here telling us his struggle story like that's gonna help us. I don't care how many peanut butter sandwiches you had to eat, but that's why it's so hard to get anything done for us. Because dudes like Gavin Newsom know all I have to do is show up, spew some trauma bonding lines, and black people fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. And I'm not saying don't vote for them. I am saying our vote matters. Our vote is important. And if we do decide to give it to them, let's make them earn it. I'm out.
What's something that you always carry with you? Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? Are you getting information right now? Hot sauce. Hot sauce in my bag?
She made that shit the fuck up, boy. No.
That's what?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
That's exactly what she doing.
Okay. Is it working?
No, it's not. No.
I make 30.
No. Hey man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap that dog shit about yourself. Cause that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Get it on the next one and I'm gone. TYP the 9. Hey yo, chat, I'm tired as fuck. I can fall asleep right now. No cap.
Being friendly and being a friend.
So, I'm finna skedaddle, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Let me see who up in the chat, man. Right quick for I skedaddle, man. If anybody up in here. Said I knocked out 4. That ain't bad, considering the day I done had. We're gonna drop them right there. And we're gonna get up out of here, man. I'll get at y'all on the next one. I'll probably be back this weekend. Just depends on tomorrow. I could be here tomorrow. I don't know. Amazon right now, they you know, like I said, I was terminated 2 weeks ago, but I'm lucky to still be there. So, you know, I may have a route tomorrow, may not. I've been getting routed every day. This is the first day I missed in like a long time, bro. Honestly. In a while. It's the first day I missed in a while. So, you know. But I still made some money on it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got my ways, man. I got ways, man. You know what I'm saying? So I made a little bit of money on it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Like I said, I'll probably be back this weekend, man. So y'all be on the lookout for it, man. Make sure y'all follow the Twitch, man. Stream the music, Spotify, Apple Music. All that good shit, man. I'm gone.